Okay, to find the equation of this piecewise function, what we're going to be looking for is the equation of all the lines and the domain of all the line segments. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 points. This point right here, this point is -6, 1, and this point right here, it is -3, 4. So we have the point -6, 1 and -3, 4. And we're going to find the slope between those 2 points. And remember, the way we find slope is we take change in y over change in x, so 4 minus 1 over -3 minus a -6, and that's going to give us 5 over 3. So 5/3 is the equation of the slope. So we're going to have 5/3 x, and then we need to find out what the y-intercept is. So we're going to pick one of these points, plug it into point slope form to solve for the b. So that's going to be y minus 4 is equal to 5/3 times x minus a -3. Subtracting a negative gives us adding a positive. We're going to distribute the 5/3. That's going to give us 5/3 x plus 5/3 times 3 is 5. And then we're going to add 4 to both sides to give us that y is equal to 5/3 x plus 7. And so that equation is 5/3 x plus 7. Okay, and we're going to look at this next line. What I want you to notice about this next line is it's horizontal, which means there is no slope of the line, or the slope is 0. And so you're going to have an equation y is equal to 0 times x plus b, that intercept. And 0x is going to be 0, so you're just going to have the equation y is equal to the y-intercept, and it crosses the y-axis at 2, so the equation of that line is going to be 2. And then this last one, we're going to pick 2 points just like we did before. So we have the point 4, 6 and the point 8, -2, and we're going to do what we did for this first line. The other way that you could do this if you wanted to is pick 2 points and then do slope by looking at your change in your triangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over 2, and knowing that's a negative slope. But for this point, let's just do change in y, -2 minus 6 over change in x, 8 minus 4, and that's going to give us a -8 over a positive 4, which is the same as -2. So the slope of that line is -2. And then we have to find the b. So again, we're going to pick 1 point. I'm going to pick this first one. Y minus 6 is going to equal -2 times x minus 4, and we're plugging that point and the slope into this point slope form again. And so we're going to get y minus 6 is equal to -2x plus 8. We're going to add 6 to both sides to get y all by itself, and we're going to get y is equal to -2x plus 14. And so we finish this off by putting plus 14. The last part is going to be to determine the domain of this. This one lasts from x is equal to -6 all the way to x is equal to -3. And the 6 has a solid dot, and so we're going to say that it's less than or equal to that value. And the -3 has a, that should be -6, has an open dot, so we're going to say that it's less than that -3. So x is going to be any value in between -6 and -3, equal to -6, not equal to -3. Here, this starts at -3 and goes to positive 4. It has a solid dot at -3, so we're going to write less than or equal to. It has an open dot at 4, so we're just going to put the less than there. And then this next one goes from 4, when x is 4, to when x is 8. And so our x is going to be in between positive 4, where it's equal to because we have a solid dot, and positive 8, where it's just going to be less than because we have a closed dot.